I'm Troy Dennison.
I'm Rebecca Harris-Smith.
I'm Mark Lees.
I'm Nikki Preston.
And I'm Alex Bourne.
We represent a group of filmmakers based in the Midlands. Between us, we have over 40 years of experience working in the creative media, from professional theatre, music videos and independent film.
And we're here today to ask you to help us on our most ambitious project yet.
Remember those wonderful gothic horror masterpieces from the glorious Hammer and Amicus studios from the late 1950s and 1970s? Well, we want to bring their rich and bloody traditions back to the screen. And we need your help to do it, to help us get to our target budget so we can make this film to be the best it can be.
The House of Screaming Death is an anthology horror film following one in the great British traditions of scary films that over the years fans have come to love to death.
So, what are the stories? Well, let us tell you. In a secluded manor house, a collector of the macabre, the sinister architect will bring together 4 tales of heart-pounding dread for his very special guests.
The horror begins in the 1940s with a troubled house, a dark and lonely night, and a war veteran troubled by the ghosts of his past. During the height of the World War II Blitz, the caretaker of the secluded house delves into the tragic history of the property, and as his lonely vigil progresses, the house comes alive with the haunting presence of the past. We see the parallels between his story and that of Lady Sarah, the legendary and terrifying Lady in Grey. And as the past and present collide, the tragedy that lurks within the ancient walls draws closer with every heartbeat.
The second macabre tale takes us to the 1970s, where witchcraft has cursed the house and those within.
When Lily and her boyfriend Johnny inherit the building from her late and elusive uncle, the will makes specific mention not to enter specific rooms that are locked. What neither of them realise is that a lost evil enchantress is trapped behind the doors, trying to escape through the many mirrors that lie within the house.
And even more horrifying are the dark entities the enchantress is fleeing from on the other side. The silent and otherworldly necromancers. Heartbreak, envy and the deadly black arts await the audience in the second story, Witch in the Mirror.
The third monstrous segment takes us to 1888 and the bleak English countryside for a shocking tale of vampirism that haunts a small village close to the house. When Thomas Burlington, a young man from the city, comes to stay at the familiar estate, he finds the nearby villagers living in fear of the surrounding woods and the dark figure with claws that supposedly stalks the lands. But what are they really afraid of? And can good always overcome evil?
In the final tale, a tragedy of unspeakable horror takes place in the old house and is witnessed by our main protagonist, Martine. For years, she is plagued by nightmares and horrible visions. Believing that a malevolent force still resides within the house, and upon discovering that it's under new ownership, she returns in an attempt to put a stop to the evil forces once and for all. Along the way, she meets Sam, one of the new residents of the house, and finds out that he's also been experiencing some strange things. A disfigured doll, strange noises, and a demonic presence. Are they able to figure out the mystery and put a stop to this evil once and for all?
As the final tale reaches a horrific and shocking conclusion, only one question remains as the end credits roll. Just who is the architect?
So you might be thinking, okay, I like the premise, but I need to know that the people behind it will do their very best with my money. And that's important to us too, that you know who we are and that you know you're giving us your hard-earned money in confidence.
Our previous collaboration was an anthology film called Checking In, which critics across the world have described as breathtaking, unique, outstanding, as well as unpretentious, stark and heartwarming.
As well as this, our team were described as some of the world's most innovative and talented contemporary filmmakers. And to cap it off, after the numerous official selections at festivals around the world, Checking In won Best British Film at the London Film Awards 2014.
We've also made lots of dips into the horror genre, such as Behind These Eyes, which I wrote and directed in 2014, and a feature called Out of Gas, which is currently in production, which includes lots of innovative makeup and effects. and is just on the tip of the iceberg in regards to our successful filmmaking adventures as a collective.
As well as this, we've made films that have delved into the minds of numerous serial killers, monsters hiding in your cupboards, and we've also made films that have been selected for inclusion at Cannes. So you can see that we have a wealth of experience in filmmaking, but it extends across a broad spectrum of genre and means we're completely up to the task of bringing this particular gothic horror film to life in a great, scary and lavish way.
And because we didn't just want to sit back and bask in the glory of our previous achievements, as already mentioned, we'd already begun embarking on this project last year, with the script being completed at the end of 2014. Furthermore, instead of playing it safe, we decided to do something a little bit more ambitious and do something that was a little bit more out of our comfort zone.
Everybody involved in this project loves films, especially scary movies. And we know that there are lots of horror fans out there just like us, people who want to see quality on the screen, people that want smart characters. We also grew up on these particular films, grew up on Peter Cushing battling Christopher Lee in numerous classics, as well as in other shockers where the glorious British countryside was terrorised by vampires, the mad Baron's hideous creations, voodoo zombies, as well as monstrous reptiles and gorgons.
They had intelligent stories, beautiful costumes, and fantastic set pieces, as well as glorious and memorable production design, which is still admired and celebrated today.
As well as blood, guts, mayhem and terror.
So please help us scare your socks off.
So, what do you get if you pledge your money and get involved? Well, we have a wide range of rewards for everyone that supports our film.
On top of this past year we've already been filming some very special teaser trailers and exclusive mini prequels, which will be not only foreshadow the chilling stories you will see in the future, but will demonstrate to you the tone, style and atmosphere we are trying to achieve, giving you further confidence that we know what makes the perfect homage to these past classic British horror films we all love and are dear to us already.
Every single penny, dollar and euro that you donate gets us closer to our goal and bring our dream
And your nightmares one step closer to reality.
So help us to reach our goal and make the House of Screaming Death a worthy successor to the great British horror footsteps that we follow in.
And remember to ask yourself just one question. Who is the architect?
Who is the architect?
Who is the architect?
Who is the architect?